Yes, I salute you, my fellow officers on board. A friend of mine contacted me and wants me to refresh his mind on the working principle of fuel oil purifier. And I have a small one here with me. So I'm going to quickly do a video on how to operate the purifier. And of course, we all know that a purifier is one of the equipment on board that we use for fuel treatment to purify fuel. For example, when you get your fuel into your bunker tank, from your bunker tank, you now send it to your settling tank, and from settling tank, you purify it from there to your service tank. And what does the purifier do in the fuel system? The work of purifier is to purify the fuel. How? By separating water sludge from the fuel and send the clean fuel to the service tank before your engine will consume it. Yes, it's called purification. Separating of water sludge from the fuel before sending it to your service tank, and from your service tank your engine will consume from there. And of course, we all know that if you want to start the purifier, when you turn it on, you allow it to run and gain the full speed through centrifugal force, and from there you will now introduce water into it. That water is to go and form water seal, and when the water is fully discharged from the heavier side, as we all know that purifier has two phases, the heavier phase and the lighter phase. The heavier phase is the water, while the lighter phase is the fuel. So when you introduce water into it, when the water is fully discharged from the heavier phase, you now cut off the water and introduce fuel into it, and the separation will take place. That water you put is just to go and form water seal. So should there be any water content in the fuel that is coming into the purifier, it will separate it and water will go out from the water side, while clean fuel will go out at the lighter phase, which is the fuel side. So first of all, for you to do that, you need to identify the tank that you want to purify the fuel to. Most time we do service to service. That means you purify your service tank even after you transfer it from your settling tank. You can still do recirculation, which is from service to service. So for you to do that, you open your suction valve to the settling tank, then open the discharge so that you circulate it from into the same tank. Then from there, what happens next? You identify your control to the purifier, and on the control we have centrifuge and process. The centrifuge is when you start the purifier, it will only allow the purifier to run without bringing fuel into it. So as you can see, I've turned on the purifier. So now I will allow it to run until when I have the full speed through centrifugal force. Yes, before we now introduce some water into it. As you can see, now we are gaining the speed now. So the next step now is for me or you to introduce water into it, as I just do now. So when the water is fully discharged at the heavier side, as you can see now, the water is fully discharging at the heavier side. So what I will do now, I'm going to cut off the water, then introduce fuel into it. So I open the suction side of the fuel that will be going to the purifier. That's the suction line. That's where the purifier is taking it from. So I will on this process, and that process now will now allow the fuel to supply to the purifier. So you open this particular valve to regulate the pressure, because when there's too much pressure, like for example, this one is fitted with a pressure switch, and I'm supposed to run it at 2 bar. So I have to regulate the pressure to have 2 bar. Anything above 2 bar will trip the purifier. Anything below 2 bar will also trip the purifier. So that's how it goes. You can see the clean fuel is going out now to the tank. So this is just a simple step for you to take to carry out the operation of the purifier. Yes, for those of us that are on the bigger vessel, if you have any comments or something more than what I've just said, you can leave it at the comment section. It will benefit one or two persons. Thank you and see you next time.